Hello everyone, today's video is how to take apart this HP Model 14-BS100NA laptop with product ID 3GA93EA and then a hash sign ABU. First thing I'm going to do is take out the battery, and sorry about the cat in the background. Then the next thing is to undo all the screws that we can see. There's two around here at the front of the machine as well. So just be aware of those. I'll do those first. And if you've seen any of the previous videos I try to put the screws in a little map of where they came from, so you know which ones go back where, in case any laptop has different length screws in different parts of the machine, which sometimes they do. On this one, there are not hidden screws underneath these rubber pads, which quite often there are on HP machines. Definitely different length screws. That screw there is very long compared to the two that I took out of the front. Okay, so that's all of the screws that I can see undone. Next thing I'm going to do is get a thin spudger. I prefer this one. Lots of people tell me off for it. I love it. It's a really thin metal and very pliable craft knife. RGM branded number 102. And you can get them, or at least I got this from Amazon, recommended years ago by Lewis Rossman of the Rossman Repairs Apple stuff. This works so well, and I think it works better than a plastic spudger, but whatever tool works for you. So, the front of the machine, I'm just going to slide that down the gap and gently hinge upwards, and you can hear it unclipping. So I've gone along most of the front of the laptop now, and that's unclipped. Now I'm going to go along both sides of the machine. Okay, that's most of what I think I can unclipped. I'm going to gently close the lid, trying not to drop back down any of the bits of the case that I've unclipped, and turn the machine back over. Starting from the side where the video output isn't, because this will be keeping it captive. If we start lifting up from this side, this bit of plastic will foul the video port. So starting from the side which doesn't have any of the ports like that, I'm going to try and get my finger underneath and now try and lift the case upwards. There we go, so that's now undone some clips somewhere around here, and this bit is now free, and it's just a case of gently but firmly trying to wiggle off the rest of the case. There we go. So that's the underside of the machine is now off. I don't know whether there's any part numbers on there that are any use, but if you can read those, might be helpful to somebody. And what do we have in this machine? Let's see. We've got the SSD, which is an M2 or an NVMe drive, which is not what I was expecting. I was expecting a traditional hard disk somewhere over in this point here. Not sure what this is within the same place where the hard disk is. It looks almost like a bit of metal that's there just to keep the weight distribution comfortable. A bit strange. You couldn't put a hard disk here because there's this bit of metal here sticks up. You've got the RAM, which is there, touchpad, buttons there, speaker and speaker, Wi-Fi card, and what else do we have? That's going to be the video connector there, I'm pretty sure, going off to the screen. Cooling fan, CPU is under here. Before anyone asks, it's soldered on. You can't swap the CPU on this unless you've got a reflow station where it melts the solder. You can take the chip off, put some new balls down and reflow a different CPU onto it. Basically, it's not going to be worth replacing the CPU on this. And that looks like it's it. But I was not expecting there to be that drive there. I've been asked to replace the hard disk. To be honest, I hadn't switched it on or logged in to see what this machine had in it already. I'd assumed, because of its age, that it would be a traditional hard disk. But actually, it's already got what should be a fairly quick storage device in it. So there we go. Hopefully this video has been helpful to you. If it has, it would be really helpful to me if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my YouTube channel. You don't need to have the video notifications switched on, but the subscriber numbers really do help. Thank you very much. And just for completeness, I thought I may as well do the video of putting the cover back onto this. So, it is like taking it off. We can't put it on this way and then push down this side because these lips of plastic will get fouled by the VGA connector over there. So it needs to go on like this. You slide it over the VGA connector on this side first so that it's snug and the VGA connector is going through that cutout there, and then it should just be a case of gently moving it back into place and then pressing around every edge to clip it back down. So that's every edge with it closed. Now it's time to open it and just double check every. There we go, there's a bit that wasn't quite flat and down. Let's go along the whole edge and make sure that it's flush with the outside case. Close that again, and now we put all the screws back that we took out. Bearing in mind it looks like the two at the front are the shorter two screws, and then the rest are all the much longer screws which look like they're all the same length. And there we have it. That's all the screws back together. Just need to put the battery back in. And that's one machine opened up and then put back together. Hopefully, once again, this video has been helpful to you. If it has, it would be really helpful to me if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thanks.